What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a little bit of a look at what's going on for Worlds. The One Piece TCG Worlds Finals have gone and been revealed. We know what's going on. We've got to look at a bunch of stuff. It is happening on the 16th of March, and it is happening at Bandai Card Games Fest over in Japan. I'm very jealous of this. I very much want to be there. I have made absolutely no secret of the fact that I would very much like to be there. I don't think it's going to happen this year, if I'm honest with you. But don't worry, I am bugging the relevant people. We hold out hope that maybe in future years, maybe we can get there. But the point is, it's happening. It's exciting. We should all be loving it. But what is on offer? Well, the good news is there are some redonkulous participation prizes. Remember, it's not easy to get to Worlds. Really got to earn your way to Worlds, so getting really good participation prizes sounds like a win. Like, for instance, this Luffy, the Don. You get 10 of these. It was confirmed over on the live stream they did recently for the tournament in Japan. It was confirmed that you will get 10 of these when you end up at the World Finals. This is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen, because frankly, you need 10 to play. And if you don't have 10, then you got to start mixing up the Don. And look, as far as I'm concerned, if I've qualified for the World Championships, and just to be clear, I have not, but if I've qualified for the World Championships and I've got this Don, I kind of want to show off the Don, but I don't want to be mixing it. I want, hey, this is my Don. So it's Luffy literally standing on the world. And yeah, it's just Luffy standing on the world, showing the Don. Of course, remember that Japanese Don is not legal in the West, so slightly annoying. But hey-ho, you can't win them all. But you get 10 of those just for participating, and I think that's rather lovely. And actually, it is worth noting this is different to last year's Don. So last year, we just got Luffy kind of stood in front of the world. Now we got Luffy standing on the world. And of course, last year we had the Championship 2023 stamp. And this year, we have the Championship 2024 stamp. And I know the stamp would have been different anyway, so does it really matter? In my eyes, yeah. I want unique stuff. Now, there's not that many people that are going to qualify for Worlds every year. There's going to be very few. But if I qualify for Worlds 2 years in a row, I do not want to rock up to find different Don being given out. That would honestly be seriously disappointing. It's just one more reason, if anyone needed, why we know that Bandai are really looking out for us. Now, sleeves have also been confirmed. They show Egghead Island Luffy. They haven't told us how many sleeves you get. The Don, we were specifically told you get 10. Sleeves, we were not specifically given a number, and this is kind of important because sometimes they give you 10 because, that's enough for a Don deck, you'll be fine. But a lot of time we want enough for a regular deck. So, not sure how many we're getting here, but it does feature your Egghead Island Luffy. And these are, again, unique, exclusive sleeves that can only be gotten here. And, if you've been reading the manga, watching the anime, etc., over the past few months, this is your Luffy. Well, actually, now they've kind of gone somewhere else and it's a bit different. But until very recently, this was your Luffy. So, I kind of like this. It's just showing off Luffy as Luffy has been in the story recently. And I think that's a really nice touch. I love that they're doing this. And again, it's just a little thing, but I think it does make a difference. And it shows the care that the team have for not just One Piece TCG, but One Piece in general. And yeah, these are exclusive sleeves. We want a bunch of swag. As far as I'm concerned, when it is a small World Championships like One Piece has, you should be able, just for rocking up, to get a bunch of really good swag. You get your Dom, you get your sleeves. That is awesome. If we compare it to the sleeves that you got last year they were going full Gear 5 Luffy, which again makes sense given where One Piece was last year. So we had the Gear 5 Luffy sleeves. Personally, I actually prefer this year's sleeves, but I know there are a lot of people that have that connection to Gear 5 Luffy. I ain't gonna judge ya. And then we got a playmat, which again shouldn't really surprise anybody. It is Egghead Island Luffy. I do really appreciate the fact that it's different artwork to the sleeves. It's just nice that way. It's nice that way round. It would have been very easy to give playmat and sleeves with the same artwork, but I think something would have been lost there. So I really like the way they haven't done that. It's a cool playmat. And it's only available for people who qualify for the World Championships. So it's going to be awkward, frankly. It is going to be awkward to get hold of. And last year we had, and this shouldn't really surprise anybody, we did have a Gear 5 Luffy playmat, but again, with different artwork to the sleeves. So they're actually following last year pretty closely. Last year you got Luffy Don, Luffy sleeves, and Luffy playmat, with the sleeves and the playmat both being Gear 5, because that was really relevant to where One Piece was last year. This year, we've got very similar Luffy Dom. And then we've got sleeves and a playmat featuring Egghead Island Luffy, because that's very relevant to where One Piece has been this year. Frankly, yeah, I think they've nailed it. I think they've nailed the assignment, and life is good. But what about the prize card? That's what we really care about, ladies and gentlemen. Well, wonderful, wonderful news. Because yes, we've got prize cards. And again, there are 3 different versions of the card. We've got 3 different Luffy. We've got a first, second, and third place Luffy. And they are listed on the website as winner, runner-up, and third place. So, yeah. Although apparently the top prize cards, it does say, well, it said this last year, so I'm willing to bet the case will be the same this year. Technically not confirmed. But the top prize cards given out are prepared in English, Japanese, and simplified Chinese. Which language version the player receives will be determined by the receiving player's region. Now, personally, if I won one of these, I won't. I would actually want the Japanese version because I collect Japanese cards. But generally speaking, if you win from Japan, you get the Japanese version. You win from North America, Europe, etc., you get the English version. You win from mainland China, you get the simplified Chinese version. Okay, that kind of makes perfect sense. And once again, like we had last year, we've got brand new artwork of an existing card in 3 different finishes, one for first, one for second, one for third. These are fancy looking cards. But, you know, they're the first, second, and third place trophy cards for Worlds. They should be ridiculously fancy-looking cards. They are what you get for, you know, getting in the top 3 of the World Championships. Always makes me feel a little bit weird when we end up with, you know, a third place card but no fourth place card. Not sure if third place is for third and fourth. Not believe that is the case. I may be mistaken there. But either way, these are very cool cards that people want. And what we've got here is an alternate art of the OP07 Luffy, which again makes perfect sense, because the OP07 Luffy was the Egghead Island Luffy. And as I keep telling you dudes, that is very much the Luffy theme for this year. For what it's worth, I cannot say for certain, but take a look at the prize cards from last year. It was again Gear 5 Luffy. So the map, the sleeves, the prize card, like last year, was all wrapped up in Gear 5 Luffy. That was very much the theme of last year for the World Championships. So it just seems like what they're doing here is every year they're picking a theme. This year is Egghead Island. Last year was Gear 5. I'm assuming it's going to be a Luffy theme every year. I mean, we've only had 2 years, so we have to extrapolate a little bit here. I could be wrong. But it seems to be they're essentially picking a Luffy theme based off of where the manga and anime, etc. has been for the past year, and then rolling with that. And you know what? Yeah. That seems like a really cool way to do it. I really want to know if anyone's going to be able to complete a collection of all the world stuff every year. These first, second, and third place cards are going to be absolutely absurd. And they are going to be absolutely absurd. There's no cash on the table for winning One Piece Worlds, but that card alone, it's awkward because on the one hand, you look at it and you're like, I would not want to get rid of that card if I won Worlds. I'd want to keep that as a trophy forever. But you see some of the offers people are making for it, and they are a bit absurd. The Luffy, by the way, is the activate main, trash this character. If you got 2 or less life, KO an opponent's character with a cost of 4 or less and draw 1. And then as a trigger, KO an opponent's character with a cost of 4 or less. Let's be clear here. Nobody's picking up these cards for playability reasons, okay? These are cards which are there for how cool they look, so it doesn't really matter what the card does. They could be blank and they'd still be awesome. So there we go. That's Worlds, the trophy cards and the participation swag. It is absolutely absurd. And I won't be at Worlds this year, but I very much hope in the future one day I will be, because One Piece Worlds looks fun. There we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about Pokemon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.